Hey everybody, welcome back to Gallivanting Kendall. I'm Kendall Clement. Welcome to all my subscribers, old and new. I truly appreciate your support of this channel. Today, we're digging into what life can really look like on $1,000 a month here in the Philippines and how close that number gets you to retirement or even fire. And if you've never been to the Philippines, or even if you have, be sure to stick around till the end because I've got a story to share that could help you avoid a big mistake. Hit like and subscribe, and let's ride. I'm Kendall Clement. I'm a Navy veteran and a retired Hollywood actor of 25 years. I've been living here in the Philippines for about 2 years now. And if you're receiving less than the average Social Security income of $1,700 a month or very little VA benefits, in this video, I'm going to show you how you can live in the Philippines on a total budget of $1,000 a month. And if you stick around till the end, I'll tell you who you can contact for your very confusing and complicated health insurance needs. Let's ride. Hey guys, in my last budget video, I showed you how you could live here in the Philippines on a base budget of $799 a month. By the way, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Now, it is possible to live here for under $1,000 each month, but you're gonna have to live like a local, and if you want to be comfortable, you're not going to be able to live in the city. Now, when I say comfortable, I'm not talking about by U.S. standards of comfort because there are some things you're going to have to sacrifice. And you should know that just simply living here in the Philippines is going to require you to sacrifice some U.S. comforts as it is. For example, there's no Apple Pay here in the stores. You'll need to carry your credit and debit cards with you if you plan on using them. No more simply holding your phone up to the reader at the checkout or at the self-serve gas station and hearing that familiar ding that I miss so much. And 7-Eleven only takes cash. So, what's changed in our budget that would allow you to live here in Cebu and almost anywhere in the Philippines for a total of about $1,000 a month? The first change is going to be in your rent. It's going to be difficult to find a decent place that you'll want to live in that's actually in the city. So when I say Manila, I'm talking about the NCR or the National Capital Region. And when I say Cebu, I'm talking about Cebu Province in general, which is mainly Cebu Island and Mactan Island and a couple of other islands. Think of these areas like counties in the U.S. The first expense that needs to come down is your rent. In the last budget video, I suggested renting a place for about $150 a month. Now, my strong suggestion would be an apartment, studio, or a one-bedroom for $100 a month or around 5,900 pesos or less. You can find places to live for $100 a month or less even inside the city, and Filipinos will tell you that they can live comfortably in some of them. But you need to know that their idea of comfort and yours are two entirely different things. And like in America, where rents are cheap, neighborhoods can be dangerous sometimes. No matter where you go, you are considered a rich foreigner. That's a whole new video in and of itself. If you want to live near Manila, you could look at places like Cavite City where you'll be much more comfortable. There are nice affordable apartments in the Cavite vicinity like Das Marinas and General Trias. And when I say nice, I mean decent by Western standards. If you're looking in Cebu, check out cities to the north and south of Cebu City. If you look north of Cebu City, you'll find decent housing in Liloan, Compostela, and much further north in Bogo. I live about 45 minutes south of Cebu City in Naga. Decent areas to the south of Cebu City are Talisay, Minglanilla, Naga, San Fernando, Carcar, and much further south, Moao and Aslab, where there's a whale shark attraction. There are nice places to rent just outside Moao, which is a popular area for Westerners to settle that will fit your budget. But notice I said just outside Moao. Moao would be a nice area for you, and the lifestyle is very laid back. You should know, though, that a night out for cocktails and dinner will be more expensive because it's a popular tourist destination for Westerners. It also has a large white sandy beach called, wait for it, White Beach. Another option for you, wherever you decide to live in the Philippines on $1,000 a month, would be to live in the province. That's what we in America call the countryside. Perhaps you met a young lady online and she lives in the province. If that's where her family is, chances are she won't want to leave there. Filipinos are very family-oriented. You will never be as important to your Filipino girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, or wife as their family. I have personal experience with this. I was dating a province girl for a short time, and she was very insistent that we live in the province with her family, as in on the same plot of land, but in a separate house. I told her that outhouses and river baths were not something I was suited for. But that may work for you. Just please take my advice. If you're over 50, make sure you're no further than about 20 to 30 minutes away from the nearest hospital. Actually, the closer the better. Tell her you could live in the province as long as you're near a hospital. To be perfectly honest with you, the provinces here are really beautiful. I mean, gorgeous. The lifestyle is very relaxing and laid back. You won't need much money to be happy with the right partner in the province. You should be aware that on a budget of $1,000 a month, you'll be living a very slow lifestyle anywhere here. I'm not criticizing you for that. I can see how that might be very appealing to you. And if I'm being honest, I've entertained that kind of lifestyle for myself. Entertainment like eating out, movies, and bars are not going to be on the menu. You're going to have to watch your finances closely and do not, under any circumstances, turn over control of your finances to your partner. Many expats have wound up homeless and on the streets that way. Next is your electric. I've explained in past budget videos that my electric averages $49 a month. I'm very proud of that, by the way. Well, on a 5,900 peso or less rental, it's likely the construction will be older. The windows and doors won't seal well, and you'll use more aircon. I would anticipate paying $85 a month or more for electric. But keep in mind, electricity is expensive here in the Philippines. So be careful and conservative with your AC usage and weather strip your doors and windows so you don't wind up with an almost $200 electric bill. Now, if you're living in the province up in the hills, you won't need aircon ever. Your water bill could be $5 to $10 a month unless you live in the province where you'll use and drink water from wells, springs, and rivers. If you do that, be sure to carry a lot of Imodium on hand. Over time, I've heard after about 6 months, you won't need it anymore. If you're going to be living in the province, invest in a LifeStraw water filter bottle. I've been using one for the last 2 years. My dog drinks bottled water, and I use bottled water for some of my cooking. One quick word of caution. If you're bringing your dog from the U.S., they will get sick from drinking unfiltered or non-bottled water here. It's not pretty and it can be life-threatening. You'll have to figure out how to adapt her to the local water if you live in the province. I drink water from a LifeStraw water filter bottle, and that reminds me it is time to change the water filter. If you feel you're getting value out of this video, please hit like and subscribe. Internet! We gotta have it, right? For your internet, you'll use your cell phone like most Filipinos. Remember I said if you're gonna live on $1,000 a month, you're gonna have to live like a Filipino. You can get a cheap smartphone made by Huawei in any mall, and there are a lot of malls here for around $100 US. Now, many areas, even in the province, have vending machines in front of small businesses for Wi-Fi. This is where you'll get your what's called piso Wi-Fi. I've never used it, but I dated a girl once who lived in the province and would walk out to this road she lived on, put about 5 pesos in the machine, walk back to her house, and she'd have Wi-Fi. Sometimes you'll see a line of people next to the machine sitting and standing around looking at their phones. It's because they're using peso Wi-Fi. Peso Wi-Fis are almost everywhere. That's one way you'll get online. The other way is with your cell phone's calling and data plan. You'll buy load for your phone, usually weekly. This is the cheapest way to get cell service. Your cell phone bill should come to around $8 to $13 a month. If you don't live where there's a 5G signal, your internet will be very slow if you don't have a Wi-Fi connection. Food! Gotta have it, baby. Gotta have food. In the past, I've recommended that food costs me almost $40 a week, and food costs have recently gone up almost overnight here in Cebu. So there's an update on the food budget coming soon. Now, food is purely subjective. Your food budget may be twice what mine is, or it may be less. And just to give you something to gauge what your food costs may be, let me tell you a little about me and my eating habits. I'm not a big guy. I'm 5'9", 176 to 178 pounds. I don't drink at all, not even wine or beer. I work out 5 to 6 days a week, and I lived on a very specific diet. I weigh everything I eat on a food scale. I'm not a foodie. To me, food is more fuel than anything else. I eat 4 egg whites at breakfast and fruit and sometimes granola. For lunch and dinner, I have 3 ounces of chicken or fish along with fruit and salad. On Saturdays, I eat out and take care of any of my unhealthy cravings like burgers, pizzas, and lechon. Now, that's just me. Let me be clear. I'm not saying my lifestyle is better than yours. In fact, some of my friends think my lifestyle completely sucks. You might think my lifestyle completely sucks. I just want to help you get an idea of what your food costs might be. Look at your height, weight, and physique, how much food you eat, and your lifestyle as compared to mine. I'm only trying to give you something that will help you gauge what your food costs will be, and that's all I'm doing. And when you arrive, every Filipino you meet is going to think you're rich. If you're alone without a partner, do your food shopping at a supermarket for several months until you get a really good idea of what food costs will be. Then go to the wet market and see what kind of deal you can work out with the vendors there. If you have a girlfriend, let her go to the wet market alone. Now, what many of you have been waiting for, alcohol! How much do you drink? Again, I'm not judging you. Many of my friends are drinkers. But you have to figure out alcohol consumption into your budget. A popular beer here is Red Horse. In fact, I would say it's the most popular beer in the Philippines. Will you drink 1 liter or 2 or more liters a week or a day even? Some of my friends drink more than 2 liters of Red Horse every single day. 1 liter of Red Horse is about $2.15 US. American liquors are about the same as they are in the States. And as long as we're talking about vices, if you smoke, cigarettes here are about $2.91 a pack at most 7-Elevens. And if funds are tight on a particular day or week, you can buy packs of 10 cigarettes of American brands for about half that price. The most common American brands I see in 7-Eleven are Winston and Marlboro. With sacrifice and careful budgeting, you can absolutely live in the Philippines on a total budget of $1,000 a month. You just have to decide what kind of lifestyle you want to live. Please also notice that I did not get into health insurance, which is something else you're going to have to consider. Health insurance is a very complicated and involved subject and could take up 20 to 30 minutes in just one video. You may be able to fit your health insurance costs into this budget if you're careful. If you have any questions about health insurance, check out Facebook and look for an expat by the name of Michael Onstad. That's Onstad, Michael Onstad. I don't get anything for referring you to him. He is an American health insurance expert here in the Philippines. So evaluate your finances carefully and do more research than just watching this video. Now, every situation is different. What works for a single guy like me may not work for a couple or a single parent raising a child, especially if you're coming from the US, where comfort levels and expectations are a bit higher. But $1,000 a month can be enough here for a couple or a single parent if you get strategic. And what that means is choosing the right city, dialing in your lifestyle, and setting clear priorities. So if you're a couple or a single parent, be sure to do your homework before you make the move. Your freedom starts with your research. I'll share a quick story with you. One of my best friends has been married to a Filipino for 36 years. I'm Facebook friends with his sister-in-law, who's an ER nurse in Manila and who's from the province of Samar and a tiny little fishing village called Bagakay on the island of Daram. Before I came here, she said to me, "I hear you're tired of city life. Why don't you move to Bagakay in my province, where life is laid back and very comfortable?" I told that to my friend, and his response was, "That's all fine and well, but remember, her idea of comfort and yours are two very different things. And if you've never been here before, or even if you have, you should understand that that is a very true statement." Thank you for watching. Thank you to all my subscribers, old and new. I really appreciate your support of my channel. And as always, take care of each other and give somebody a great day.